Hi, I'm Matt Burley, and this is our 2021 Ram ProMaster, which we have lovingly named Bloob. We've always wanted a van for like the past, 5 years. We built one, traveled around in it, and just kind of wanted more of more projects and things to do. So this is actually our third van, and we've just finished it, and we can't wait to show you how it looks. Alright, so starting with the sliding door, it opens up to kind of the entrance way. For the ProMasters, there's a big step up into the cab area, so we decided to kind of extend that step out a little bit, so that way you actually can put your feet down when you're in the swivel chairs, as well as when you're in the workstation chair here. And we added the curved step right here just for a little creative flair. Just the way it leads you into the van, we really liked how that looked and how that felt. By extending the stair as well, we're able to add storage right here. This is a locking storage cabinet. You can store laptops, keyboards, valuables, etc. This is our single bench, which can actually work as a little bit of a lounge area. I'm about 5'11" and have no problem kicking my feet up. The upholstery was done by the beautiful Kelsey over there. It's got 3-inch cushioning on it with batting, so it's super comfortable. And then over here you actually have what we are anticipating to be the workstation. So you've got a monitor that pulls out and can swivel in either direction, as well as an HDMI port that's mounted in the wall right here. So you just plug your HDMI right in there and it streams to the screen, as well as USBs and extra AC outlets to charge your laptop. We did just receive our table mount as well, so once this video is over, we're gonna be putting in a table right here to be a full-on workstation. So you can put this right here, you put your laptop here, and you just work on away. So up here we have a large storage cabinet that's actually separated into 2 different compartments just to keep you a little bit more organized. Back here is where all of our control panel is. It's actually a lot more dialed in than our previous vans because of the GX Touch, the Victron GX Touch, which runs off the Serbo GX. You can get all your information here, turn on and off your inverter, see how much solar you're getting at any given time. You can actually see the status of both of your water tanks. For us, it's fresh and gray water. Down here we have the Webasto heater controller. Right behind the office space we have our 32 by 24 fixed shower. It's got the wonderful Nautilus shower screen door, which just slides away and actually has a little squeegee on it that will push all the water off. So when it goes in, all of the water comes off. In here we have a dedicated fan specifically for the shower. This is just an exhaust fan, as well as a dimmer light that you can turn on and off, so that way you get to see in the shower. Right here is the shower valve, which you can actually adjust the temperature exactly how you want it. It starts at 100 degrees and you can change it and it just stays there. And over here is just the on and off. The reason we ended up doing a fixed shower in here is because we have done hideaway showers and things like that in other vans, but for this one we wanted it to be very turnkey, simple, and that way you do have a dedicated spot to put your toilet as well. So for the shower, all of the plumbing does run off of a 30-gallon tank that's actually mounted in the trunk or garage, which goes over the wheel well. We also have the ISO temp hot water heater as well, which actually does a majority of its heating using the engine's coolant. So anytime you drive, it heats up your water to extremely hot temperatures, and it actually has a thermostatic mixing valve on it to which you can adjust the hot water coming out of the water heater, which will then mix with your cold water at your shower valve, and so you can dial in that temperature exactly how you want it. On the passenger side here, as you enter, you immediately have your galley kitchen. At the end here, you actually have your switch for the overhead lights. Powers 8 LEDs on a dimmer, so you can set the mood if need be. Here's our sink. This is a little bar sink, perfect size for anything you need in the van. It actually has a cutting board topper as well as a strainer and all the different gadgets you could ever want out of your sink. From there, we've got a Kraus faucet with the pull-out nozzle and everything. This runs off both cold and hot water. And this is the Kraus water filter spigot. This actually runs off a 3-stage water filter that is below the sink down here. Right here with the Kraus sink as well, it does have the feature of being able to turn it around, and the hose is actually real long on it, so you can get all sorts of cleaning or do a little rinse off outside, whatever you got to do. And then moving over, we have a single burner true induction stove, which runs off the battery system. It can pull up to 1800 watts, but generally you won't need to do that. You can put it on the mid setting and you'll be able to boil water within a minute or two. You can also set it directly based on temperature or your heat levels. So then underneath the true induction stove, you have 3, just kind of a row of drawers, all different sizes, so that way you can store whatever you want. Our thought process for the big one down here was doing an air fryer or something, storing your big pots and pans, things like that. All of the drawers have a positive latching mechanism, so you're on a big turn, your drawers won't go flying. All you gotta do is close it, push it in like that, and it locks. Looks nice and flush all the way across. Here we have our isotherm fridge, which is considerably large for a van. You could probably stay off grid for about 2 weeks with this. It's got all these different modes, and you can even put it into eco mode to save battery if need be. It has a little freezer right in here as well, to fit all your ice cream. You have plenty of space to prep all your food or place your groceries when you're putting it in the fridge, etc. Up here we have the under cabinet lighting, which is actually on a dimmer as well, and a 4-port USB charging station, as well as a 20 amp AC outlet on a GFIC plug, just so that way if you wanted to run your air fryer or blender or anything, you have ample power to do that. Above that, we have our spice rack here, which can hold, looks like 12 different spices. Adds kind of a nice touch to the whole look of the kitchen as well. And then coming up here, we have just another storage cabinet, which is perfect for dry goods or plates, anything you need. It actually goes probably about a foot deep, and it's about 13 inches tall, so plenty of space. And if you look above you, you'll see we've done another slatted ceiling. We really like the look of it, and it's just a really fun challenge when building a van. So we went ahead and did the slatted ceiling route. It's got 1/4 inch Baltic birch plywood on the top with select pine boards below. We went ahead and we stained the slats with an oak color and then did a poly coating on the entire thing. And then here we have our raised fixed bed, which we actually like as far as a turnkey solution, just something you can climb into and sleep in without having to move a bunch of parts around. It does have bump outs on either side, which is still insulated behind it, but you get about 6'5" sleeping length going east to west, which is plenty of space, and the height still allows you to just sit up fully when you're getting out of bed or into bed or just hanging out. It does have small bunk windows on either side as well. With the fan above, you get a great cross breeze and it can stay really cool. Also a good way to kind of check out what's going on outside of the van while you're just lounging. And I do have to say, this is the most comfortable mattress we have ever put in a van. It is unbelievable. 6-inch memory foam, but I don't know what they did to it. Alright, so here is the garage with ample space. As you can see, I can sit up here as well. To my right is the entire electrical system. It's got a 3,000 watt inverter, 400 amp hours of battery, a DC-DC charger, 30 amp charge controller, as well as the Servo GX, which is kind of the brains of the operation and pulls everything together. Over here to my left is the plumbing, which includes the 30-gallon water tank mounted over the wheel well, the ISO-temp 20-liter water heater, which heats its water off the coolant. You also have a little spigot out the back, so if you do want to do a little wash off or anything, you can get cold water from this right here. Also down here you do have some heavy duty rubber flooring, which is really nice in the garage, so you can throw all your stuff back here. If you want, throw wet towels, and you don't have to worry about any water damage or anything like that. Alright, so we are up here on the Flatline Vanco roof deck, which it comes with the rack and all the 80/20 cross beams. Fantastic company, wonderful to work with, definitely recommend them. Over here we have two 200 watt solar panels for a total of 400 watts, keeps you charged up on the road. And we went ahead and added a roof deck made out of pressure treated boards, and then weather coated and stained to last forever. Alright, so that's the van. Thank you guys so much for coming to check it out. We will be listing this van for sale in the near future. If you are interested in this van, you can go ahead and hit us up at future.roads on Instagram, or you can check out our website, futureroadsvanco.com, and hopefully we'll see you out there on the road.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you hadn't noticed, we do sell an ebook for how to convert a van. It has over 190 pages of detailed instructions and diagrams, also 25 video tutorials which are specifically for the ebook buyer. Creating a van for many people is obviously a really intimidating project, but I really believe, and I've seen it time and time and time again, that with the right information, anyone can turn out with a pretty decent van conversion. So check the link in the description, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and drop us a comment if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.